Am I the asshole? For not giving up my seat to a little boy at the airport? So, I was sitting with my friend at the airport in front of our gate, waiting for a flight. I had admittedly had a bad day, so was already not in a great mood at the time. My friend and I were sitting next to each other, and had our bags on the seat on her other side. After we'd been sitting there for around 30 minutes, a family of 3, mother 35F, father 45 meters, and son 7M sat down in the seats across from us. There were only 2 open seats there, so we moved our bags from the seat next to us to make some room. The mother and father sat down in the seats while their son was running around, as young kids do. About 5 minutes later, out of nowhere, the mother comes up to me and my friend and starts berating me for not moving seats so her son could sit closer to her, as she was sitting directly across from me. Mind you, the seat we cleared up was literally 2 seats down from mine, and there were free seats next to it. I was confused and told her we cleared the seats so someone of their party could sit there, as there were open seats on that side and the seats on my other side were occupied. Plus, her son was not even sitting down. She keeps saying how selfish I am, and I argue back at her that she's being ridiculous until her husband steps in and pulls her away. After this interaction I was very annoyed and kept making eye contact with her and rolling my eyes scoffing. I thought she was completely unjustified to ask us to move when there were plenty of other free seats in the area, but my friend told me that we were 2 stressed out women and both of us were in the wrong. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. Giving up your seat is optional, and frankly, those parents were pretty shitty for taking the seats themselves, instead of letting their kid use one of them. Not the asshole. One parent sits by you, other parent sits with kid. Problem solved. Not the asshole doesn't sound like she even asked you to switch seats, just berated you for not reading her mind. Not the asshole. You moved your stuff. There were other open seats. The kid wasn't even sitting down. You did nothing wrong. Not the asshole. There were almost certainly other places this family could have sat in the airport where they could have been together. Not the asshole, though you could have let it go. What's up with your friend, though, and the 2 stressed out women nonsense? Not the asshole. Personally, I'd have told her to fuck off. Not the asshole. That woman was either crazy or having a day from hell and a meltdown, or both. If her 7-year-old son needed a seat that bad, she could get up. Or let him sit in one of the other empty seats from the sounds of it. Not the asshole. Maybe old lady or someone obviously struggling to stand. Not a kid who can sit Indian style on the floor a lot more comfortable than you or I elsewhere. No, people should leave each other alone at the airport. Plus 7 is still a good age to sit on your parent's lap or sit on the ground. Not the asshole. I would have told her to go fuck herself. Not the asshole. She should have at least asked. You weren't obligated to say yes, but to open the conversation with entitlement and scolding? No, ma'am. Not the asshole. Why couldn't one parent sit in the seat you cleared while the other parent sat in one of the 2 seats they chose with their son? Having kids doesn't make them the center of the universe. I'm a mom and would never expect people to move for me or my kids. We aren't any more entitled to sit than anyone else. But my friend told me that we were 2 stressed out women and both of us were in the wrong. Why does everyone in this sub seem to have a shitty friend relative? Not the asshole. You and your friend already moved your bags to be considerate. The mom was clearly the Nah, you weren't 2 stressed out women. You were one considerate woman and one entitled, hostile brat. Hint, you were the considerate one. If your friend is male, I'd really worry about his attitude toward women in general. Yikes. Not the asshole. Entitled cranky woman who thinks the world revolves around her. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. No further justification required. Not the asshole. Parents are so entitled these days. I could never lol. Not the arsehole, put your kid on a leash and you won't have a problem. Not the arsehole. Entitled mom can't control or expect anything from you up. What she can control is taking possession of her kid and making him sit in the seat next to her and having her husband, the grown-ass man, go sit with OP where the bag had been moved. There are a lot of people that think their kids are the first to inhabit the earth. Not the arsehole. You don't just sit down and expect others to move automatically. If she really wanted, the mother could have asked if you were open to moving before they sat down. Seats are often limited at airports, but also you don't need to sit right next to your gate, they easily could have sat elsewhere. Not the arsehole, most definitely. I hate how entitled parents act when they're with their kids. It's like they expect everyone to bend over backwards for them by using the kid card. No lady, I'm not giving up my airplane seat because you refuse to spend extra money to get all your seats together. Plan it ahead of time and respect other people's money and time. Not the arsehole. I agree with you. The other party's mother was being extremely presumptuous, and I wonder if there was a degree of sexism or ageism at play. Not the arsehole. That's what laps are for. Or one of the parents could sit there. If they'd asked me politely, I'd have moved. But berating me would do nothing but cause my ass to be glued to the seat. Not the arsehole. You cleared the seats you had your bags on. That was considerate. Not the arsehole. Not the arsehole. He's a kid, he can sit on the floor by his mom if he wants to sit down, or even in her lap. There's nothing wrong with kids sitting on the floor. When there were no seats at the airport, my kids, BF and myself, sat in the floor and played a game while we waited for our flight. They were 11-13. Not the arsehole. In my opinion, the parents should have given up their seats instead because it's their child. Not the arsehole. So, now in addition to everything else, we women are supposed to read other women's minds about their unspoken intrusive seating expectations, jump right up to meet those. How did people get so entitled? Not the arsehole. This belongs in our entitled parents. Not the arsehole. I'd have been told as a child to pull the floor up and sit on it. OMG, her poor precious baby is so far away. Not the arsehole. It isn't like you were sitting in the disability seating area. The woman had a kid and thinks she is entitled. Totty world folding on its knees and bowing down. No. Not the arsehole. Not the arsehole. Not the arsehole. No explanation needed. Not the arsehole. In fact, she's lucky you didn't go off on her, because I would have. Her feelings would have been real hurt. Not the arsehole. She was being ridiculous. Not the arsehole. Not the arsehole. The son could sit next to one of his parents and the other parents sit in the seat down from you. Not the arsehole. If they wanted the kid next to a parent's, one of them could have taken the seat next to you. Not the arsehole. I find it increasingly concerning some parents are always so entitled. You've already moved your bags away to make room. Asking you to give up your seat is a little much. They could have found another place if it was so important.